To allow multiple users to work together, there is a role system. First, you need to add a user. To do this, go to the settings and select User Roles. Next, click Add Member, and a window will open in front of you. At the very top, enter the user's email, then choose one of the standard roles available in the system. When you select a role, a list of permissions for that role appears at the bottom. The administrator has full access to all features. Inventory Manager or Supervisor also has almost full access, except for managing the company subscription, and they cannot change company names or warehouses. Inventory Clerk or Warehouse Staff has more limitations. They cannot place supplier orders or create new equipment, but I will explain this in more detail a bit later in the video. For this, I assign the user the clerk role and switch to their account. First, they will receive an invitation to their email from which they can join the company. Now, this account works with the Inventory Clerk permissions. The ideal use case is when the user can manage only warehouse processes but cannot spend money on supplier purchases. They also have no access to company management. They can also manage equipment maintenance and adjust its scheduling. This user can also view the warehouse status, see product quantities, and create a request for the required items. To do this, they can click the Purchase Order button, or they can select products from the list and click Purchase. But unlike a supervisor, they can place an order only with the approval status. After saving, the order will not be sent to the supplier, and the product quantity will not be updated in the table. It can be viewed later on the Purchases tab. As we can see, the created order has the approval status, and with these user permissions, it cannot be changed, only canceled. To finish the order and approve it, switch to an account with Inventory Manager or Administrator permissions. They will get an email about an order needing approval. You can set up these notifications in Company Settings under the Notifications tab and check the boxes for the alerts you want to receive. Next, go to the list of purchase orders and find the one that needs our approval. After approving it, simply change its status to Ordered. If an email is set up for the supplier, you will be prompted to send them a message with the order details. You can edit the message or leave a comment. If you don't want to send the email, just close the window. Next, we go back to the Inventory Clerk account. I refresh the page, and we see the order status has changed to Ordered. Now we cannot change or cancel it. This way, the Inventory Clerk is responsible for requesting needed items, but cannot place the order directly without approval. But when it comes to usage, the Inventory Clerk can create these orders directly without approval and issue products from the warehouse to whoever needs them. After saving, the usage request is created immediately with the completed status, and this instantly updates the product quantities in the warehouse. With this user level, we can also create transfer orders to move products between local warehouses. For example, if we need to move products from the main warehouse to a second warehouse, we can do it easily, and the quantities in both warehouses are updated immediately. We can also adjust warehouse quantities using adjusted requests. For example, if we find that the actual quantity in the warehouse is different, we can create this type of order and enter the correct amount without investigating the reason for the discrepancy. For example, we see that the system shows a negative quantity for a product. I will just enter that I have 50 and save. These changes take effect immediately, and now if I check the product, it will show the corrected quantity. If you need to perform a product inventory, this can also be done with this user level. Go to the Inventory tab. Next, select the warehouse and click the Create Inventory button. This will create a table snapshot of the current warehouse status, where the first column shows the quantity calculated by the system. The field on the right is where we can enter the actual quantity on hand, and the last column shows the difference. For example, we found that I have 70 of this product. I just enter it, and we can see the difference is plus 20. We can also view the history of past inventories to track which products are most often miscounted and understand the reasons. Let's go to the Equipment tab. In this section, the Inventory Clerk can schedule maintenance but cannot add new equipment. New equipment must be added by the Inventory Manager along with the maintenance tasks. The Inventory Clerk is responsible for planning the maintenance and ensuring it is completed on time. To do this, we create a new maintenance request, select the equipment, and choose one of the tasks from the drop-down list set up by the Inventory Manager. After saving, the task appears immediately in the calendar. We can view it, mark the steps as completed if they are done, read the instructions, and track progress. When task steps are completed, they should be checked off. This records the completion time and the user who marked it. After all steps are checked, the task is marked as done, and the next scheduled date is automatically set in the calendar. This type of user can also view suppliers and their information but cannot make changes. The same applies to the Staff and Vendors tabs, where they can view but not edit. Only an administrator or supervisor can add or modify entries.